Welcome to Coding with Sam. In this video, we will be learning the basics of CSS. We're going to use that to add some style to our HTML, as well as learn HTML element attributes are. To begin, we're going to add what's known as an attribute to the body element. We're going to add an ID attribute, as well as something called a class attribute. Notice that attributes are inside. Put a space after the element name, the name of the attribute, equal sign, and the value of the attribute in double quotes. These are two special attributes. ID is an identifier that must be unique across your entire document. Class does not have to be unique, and by convention we use what's called camel case for the ID and use dashes with all lowercase for classes. You don't have to do that, but that's a convention. The next thing we're going to do is put a new element in the header called style. Now anything between these tags is considered CSS. So now this is an HTML document, but now we have CSS inside of an HTML document. So there's three methods of telling CSS which styles to apply to an element. The first being the element's name. The second being the ID, and for that we use the pound symbol. And the third being a class, which we use a dot. So now these all apply to the same element, but it's three different ways of saying apply styles, which will be defined within the brackets, to this element. The first style we're going to apply is margin. That'll give us some spacing around our body. The second style is background color. We're going to say light gray. There are, I believe, 16 predefined colors. You'll almost never use these in practice, but for now it's a very nice shortcut. It's a very nice shortcut to get us started. And the final thing is I will make the font size really big. I will save this and I will hit refresh, and you'll notice the background color is gray. The text is 40 px tall, which is pixels. There is 20 pixels of margin from the top of the browser window to the actual element, the contents of the element, that is, and there's 40 pixels between the edge. Tomorrow we will learn the basics of JavaScript. We will also, in quotes, build a clock. It's a little bit less impressive than building a real clock, but it's a very good example that will get us started learning JavaScript.